Hi everybody, it's August 22nd, 2025. The amazing or the interesting or provocative nature of life sometimes is that you can find paradise in the core of chaos, and you can find severe pain in the waters of peace. And these conundrums and these paradoxes are often found in the most surprising unfolding of events. And that's the beauty of humans also, is that we overcome when we walk into a surprise that hits us hard and knocks us down, and we keep going, we survive, we learn, and we get wiser. And it's also awe-inspiring where we go through hellish conditions just to find that we are blessed beyond our wild dreams. And so that gets me to thinking that sometimes the negativity can feel good. It can feel cathartic. And what I mean by that is just like giving into negativity or indulging in negativity sometimes takes the weight off our shoulders. And I've learned that sometimes it's innocent, but sometimes it comes with a price. And what I mean by it comes with a price sometimes is that giving into negativity at times, it feels good and it feels smooth and peaceful initially. But once we overindulge in the negativity and the darkness, we start to take on a spiritual aging in the wrong direction. We age towards the torment instead of aging towards the freedom and peace quicker if we indulge in negativity. So we become skewed. We become compromised in some of our morals. And those were the morals that was frequency holding the peace that we were experiencing beforehand, and getting us through the struggles beforehand. But giving into the negativity made you let go of your convictions and gave you peace and comfort at first, but then it took away your stoicism, it took away your bravery and your kindness and your forgiving and your patience. And so once you find that you keep on indulging in the negativity, it started feeding on its own tail. It started feeding you your own tail. By feeding you with negativity, you push it out and you eat it back, because that's what you're putting out into your life. So that's the caveat with giving into negativity or overindulging in negativity. And in other situations, I remember I used to be so afraid to speak up for myself when I was wrong or when I was disrespected. And I wanted to so bad just to go off on these people that were just being mean to me for seemingly no reason. I didn't even know them. They didn't know me, or supposedly they didn't know me. And they were just saying the most awful things to me as I was going through life. And I used to dream and fantasizing about cussing them out, but I just never could bring myself to do it. And as I got older, when I realized that all it took was letting go to confront these people, every time I did that, gave in to confronting the negativity with my own negativity, I found that I often felt guilty for not necessarily for hurting their feelings, but for losing control of myself and from becoming an uglier person than I thought I was. So looking back at my younger self, I could tell my younger self that just because you go off on people doesn't make you strong. It makes you weaker, because the people that are always cussing out people and always getting into altercations, they don't have the control of their impulses or their desire to make someone feel like they do, or how they were made to feel. So negativity comes in sweet surrender. It comes in sweet peace at first, but it's just a layer of gold most of the time, under covering rust or crude material. Now, I'm trying to think of situations where negativity could be positive, and I could say that for higher levels of experience, or for a more person with more control, going controlled but crazily in your love for the Father, Son, Holy Spirit can seem negative on the surface to others that don't understand, but your allegiance, your insane allegiance to God can seem negative, but if you are at that level to create peace through any situation and through any struggle and through any suffering, that is a high level of performing for God. And I'm not saying anybody should try to do that that's not ready, that doesn't completely understand what I'm saying, but that insanity, but spiritual sanity for God, is a form of transcendence that is harder than it seems. It's harder than what I'm saying. It's harder to enact it successfully than how I'm explaining it. But to go back to what I was saying before, the reason that we seek out to overindulge in negativity is to find peace and release. And peace and release comes immediately after your work is done, after your spiritual exercise is done. It is a peace that is encapsulated. It's a peace that swathes you in the softest, most regenerative existence for a period of time that you need to go through it. So I hope this helps. Thanks.